A promotion to management can be a mixed blessing. You would think that it could only mean that it is good news. However, there are unexpected consequences. When a person is promoted to management, the rest of the colleagues will react in different ways. The people who are competitive in nature, out of which there are many, will probably want the manager to be unsuccessful. In this way, they will then have a chance to take the spot. They may even do subtle things which impede or ruin the new manager's chance at success. But luckily, not everyone is that competitive. There are those that are only somewhat competitive. These people may be jealous of the new manager's success, and they may or may not do things which will make the new manager's role difficult. Then there are people that simply want to embarrass the manager, perhaps by creating certain situations or asking certain questions that expose the new manager's lack of ability and knowledge. There are also those that will be simply a little bit curious and will watch the new manager. Others will pretty much be the agreeable people. These people are looking to advance themselves and will see the new manager's authority as a way in which they themselves can advance. These people will play up to the new manager and will be agreeable. The rest will simply wait and see how the new manager performs. Obviously, the new manager is in the role where they are watched and judged on a continual basis. You would think that it should be the other way around, in which the manager is the one that does the judging. But actually, most new managers, they have to prove themselves. This situation is further complicated in that the way the manager is judged will not necessarily be fair to them. They will be judged via a comparison with performance of the previous manager. So there's an element of luck that goes into these things. If the previous manager was very good, others will see them as having poor performance. If the previous manager was very bad, well, the new manager will shine. Just like it's difficult for many to figure out a path in life that leads to success, when it comes to new managers, figuring out a path that leads to success can also be a great challenge. There are all sorts of challenges that arise when people make transitions in life. One of the big transitions I want to talk about happens when a technical worker has worked for many years to acquire specialized skills, but then has to transition to another domain, such as the management domain. This type of transition is very common, but it's often very overwhelming. The reason being, the skills that a person has spent years to master may have been useful in the technical role, but they are different than the skills used by managers and required in the management role. Managers need skills such as conflict analysis, conflict management, and negotiation. And conversely, technical people, they need different kinds of skills such as analysis, research, and problem solving. The skills are different, and that is why many new technical people fail in management roles, and they fail to succeed in the new position. These newly promoted technical people end up quitting the management position, or they end up being let go, and without cause. Now let's recap a little bit what we've been talking about. I started out this discussion by talking about how others might react to someone's promotion to management. I then discussed how difficult this transition might be for someone who comes from a technical background. And to continue down this line of thinking, I need to say that it is not only important to consider how others react to someone's promotion, but also one must consider the actions they would take in the new role. Among the many things which the new manager must focus on, they must also focus on their own initial actions. Many new managers, once they're given control, they like to display the fact that they have this newfound control over others. They do this by making changes. This is problematic because change is something that is feared by the subordinates. Many find adapting to new changes difficult and would rather continue with something that is familiar to them. Therefore, the new manager should wait on the plans to institute change. Instead, the manager should exercise patience. The manager should establish trust with the colleagues and take the time to explain the upcoming changes. In time, the subordinates will eventually accept the changes and adopt them into their own practice. Further, another consideration that a manager must make has to do with the fact that there will be some competition between the new manager and the opinion leaders within the group. The opinion leaders are the people who the rest of the group looks up to, and they look up to them for various reasons, such as perhaps they're the experts within the group. As a new manager, others may not yet respect or see the new manager as an expert, and as such, the followers are going to be constantly checking the decisions which the manager will make with the thought of the opinion leaders. If these leaders are not on the side of the new manager, then the new manager will have problems. As such, it is a good idea for the new manager to get the opinion leaders to be on his or her side. And the way to do this is to have separate discussions with the opinion leaders than with the rest of the group. Then once the ideas are considered and things established, the ideas can then be presented and proposed to the rest of the group.